where do we go when we die is something that, you know, you start thinking about when you're a little kid. These big ideas sort of came to me and Justin, my writing partner, and we felt challenged and excited to play in that space. I wanted to open that up and let people think and sort of question and debate each other for themselves.
I think it's important to keep in mind, like, the world was flat very recently. So I think that having some strong opinion about what happens after is probably an arrogant point of view. To me, the movie was much more about this idea of pulling a geographic, which we do here in life. Like, things aren't going well in New York, so I'm going to try just moving to LA. That ought to solve it. But you find out you always take yourself with you. You know, you don't ever really get to start fresh. So that's what the movie was sort of about for me, this metaphor of you can't just push the reset button.
Yeah, I'd like to think that there's some sort of afterlife or something else out there, but obviously I don't really know. Me, Charlie, and Justin talked about the character really early on, you know, almost 4 years ago, and I sort of told them what I was looking to play with. It is sort of a very personal experience, and I knew a lot of people that sort of reminded me of Isla. I have friends who have had similar experiences, so it was all kind of more personal.
Writing took longer than we thought because you'd go down this sort of rabbit hole of, you know, these big, grand philosophical ideas. So we just felt like that was an interesting place to start. And then what if where we go is proven? Like, we go to like locations and then get inspired by locations and then write that location into the script. So the image that me and my production designer, the device that he wears with all of these things, that's a real machine that is, you know, measuring brain wavelengths and are sort of seeing if it goes somewhere else after death. So that does exist, and I think that's what got us interested in, okay, well, when you die, does your body just die, or does something transfer somewhere else? Jason came on board, and then we went to Redford. He just wants to do great work. It's less about the size of the movie. So I guess I was stupid enough or naive enough to approach Robert Redford to be in the film. But then I became lucky enough that he responded to it and wanted to do it.
I felt very, very lucky to surround myself with actors who genuinely I feel are better than I am. That's a really exciting thing for me, to act against somebody that I feel like that I have a lot to learn from. My experience with acting with Rooney, it was really interesting in that for me it was like a Rorschach test. She does these like micro movements. I felt like the love story between the two of us wasn't ever forced on the audience. It unfolds really, really naturally, like two people getting to know each other.